And there are many more people who are signing on to it. And I gave you a kind of a quick look at why it's not Mr. Armstrong's world. We grew consistently at 20% up until 10 years ago. Since then, we struggle to stay flat because there's nobody out there that will respond, I'll say one last time, unless a hammer's put over them. And then half will rebel anyway, some of whom would choose death rather than obedience to God. All right, I wanted you to, this is the generation we're going to go deal with. If it went much further, Laodicea would pass out of Christianity. The pressures are just too great. I started saying that 24 years ago, but we're getting there. It's real. It's almost like there'd be no flesh saved in the Great Tribulation. Well, there'd almost be no Christians saved. They'd all die away. Nobody would ever follow. Eventually, Christianity would disappear. It wouldn't take much longer before there would be no spirit-begotten people. We're the only true church on earth, and we're small. And we're not getting bigger. We're just staying pretty much flat. Up a little bit one year, down a little bit, sometimes a little better or a little worse. That's pretty much where we are. And it was just we fell off a cliff about 10 years ago. And so there's a reason for that. And I've wrestled with why. Why? Now, part of it is I'm not able to do broadcasts. Part of it is my involvement is not very great. I'm not saying I'm a big difference, but I mean, it does coincide somewhat with my need to kind of huddle up in a closet and figure out what God is going to do. I got given a charge I never went looking for, and I wouldn't wish on anybody, as great a privilege as it has been, to carry it out. So there's a lot of reasons, and I think we maybe would grow a little bit if I could get back. I can even find time to write coworker letters. You wouldn't want my hours of life. And I'm not complaining. I loved it, but I wouldn't want anybody else to have to do it. So that said, here we are. I don't see any path to another year for many reasons. And let's see if we can get through what I believe honestly is the last message that I will give. If we're here on Sabbath, and then maybe there's a few other things I could cover that are interesting, but they're not. Yesterday was the pinnacle for those, of course, who've all heard it.